Assalamu alaikum everyone, and welcome back to Let's Level Every Class, the World of Warcraft War Within series, episode 10, bonus episode, featuring our Death Knight in Distress, Joviquin. My gosh, look at that sky. Holy crow. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Top right corner of the screen is going to be a playlist card which will take you directly to Joviquin's leveling campaign, and throughout all videos yet to come, there'll be various other playlist cards will take you to other characters in their specific leveling campaigns. We have Human Warrior Malakiel, Blood Elf Paladin Valera, Void Elf Monk Novazaru, Draenei Shaman Marame. The list is growing. The list is truly growing, and it's beautiful. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Shukran as always. This is it, the Icecrown Citadel. The main goal is to confront Arthas and put an end to not the entirety of the Scourge, because we all know that's not going to happen, but we are here to finish what was started a long time ago. High Lord Tyrion Fordring at the front. Gosh, I forgot how big they make a lot of these old NPCs. You can tell the importance of the NPCs based on how much bigger they are than you. Fun fact. King Varian Wind, the King of Stormwind, aka the badass of Stormwind. Pleasure to see you, good sir. You war hero, you. And we even have the Horde family here. Everyone has gathered together to really come forth to put an end to arguably for a long time the greatest threats, and shoutouts to the Forsaken family, and I saw the Night Elf there too. Shoutouts to them too. Man, it's so cool to be at the end of a character's leveling campaign and journey. Fun fact, I never actually did this raid, by the way, so we're kind of gonna learn as we go. I'm sure there's gonna be some choke points that I'm gonna be a little bit confused on, but hey, we'll get through it. We'll get through it together, family, as we always have. I'm gonna go ahead and buy some of this gear just for the sake of transmog. Death Knight gear looks incredible. So how did y'all enjoy the journey? How did y'all enjoy the playlist? Joviquin's I know there was a lot of hype behind this one, so I appreciate everybody for their support and all that. Hopefully the series has lived up to your expectations. It was a blast playing Death Knight. It really was. I think I've learned how to be a better tank, and I think this was a good prep. Having now done Paladin and Death Knight, now eventually going to do the infamous hardest tank in the game, Demon Hunter, and I'm very excited about that. Allegedly it's the hardest tank in retail, but I mean, we'll see where it goes. Look at High Lord Darian Migraine, my boy, the homie, Mr. Migraine. All right, I think we've done enough prep. Let's just go in there and get it done. Like I said, family, I think playing Death Knight has definitely improved and upped my game a little bit, like incrementally. Like most classes, and when you play retail, most classes just starting out, especially for the first, I'd argue, 30 levels, is going to seem weak. I've spoken to a few other different players as well that play retail, and they say the same thing. You know, it's kind of just a way of getting you used to the class incrementally. Like, in other words, keeping that feel of classic without it actually being classic still. Like, how do you just not feel completely overpowering and just towering above everything? And I think that that's a wonderful way to kind of just introduce things incrementally and really get you kind of in the warm-ups, get your reps in first before you get all the fun stuff and all the cool stuff. So it's going to be interesting to see, because there's definitely some classes that I played in Classic that I'm really interested to see how did they implement them over time with the changes in retail. There's definitely quite a few that I'm interested to see, especially Mage. I think Mage is going to be easily my big one. I'm trying to figure out, okay, you know, because I was a mage main in Classic Annie, so I'm spoiled brat, I know. But I'm interested to see just how well that one's gonna run. Speaking of a little bit of blast from the past, here's a good blast from the past. What you're seeing is literally archived from my very first YouTube channel from way back in the day. I told y'all I was on YouTube like before YouTube was YouTube practically. Well, for the most part. This is back when YouTube had like 5-star ratings, and depending on how many different ratings you got, you could have quarter-star reviews. I'm aging myself, I'm sorry. But I'm sure many of y'all, especially my older veterans here, y'all will appreciate just how traditional this is. Look at that Fraps logo, dude. Fraps, back in the day for a video recording software, was the bee's knees. The video file sizes were infamously large, but it was just the best it was the best at the time. This was also during Wrath of the Lich King expansion. I want to say give or take about 4 or 5 months away from the release of Cataclysms. This is kind of on the later end of Wrath's timeline, so to speak. But is our old guild. We were doing a 3-man run of SFK, my favorite dungeon, by the way. That was like not my original Undead Forsaken duder, but Amari-kun, such a weeb, by the way. Salandria, which is Parono. That was his alt. He usually ran mage as an alt, and I forgot who else, but it was from our old guild, and I think we were just 3-manning it. It's just so cool to see this. And look how zoomed in I am. Like, who does that? Like, oh my gosh. I just loved being able to see my character up close and personal, even though I know that definitely wasn't the best thing to do. Wasn't apropos of me, especially as trying to learn the ways of a tank. But yeah, that's oh my gosh. When I saw this the other day, I was like, oh my goodness. Now I'd play the audio for it, but it'd blow your stereo speakers out, and I don't want to blow anyone's eardrums out, to be quite honest. And what I mean by that is the video, I mean, you're gonna hear SFK ASMR. That's basically what it would be. But I won't torment y'all with that. And here is my primary main, the Blood Elf Amari. I think I was gonna give him the name Amari-kun, but I decided to just go with Amari. Still on the Blood Furnace server. Both of these little videos, or Blast from the Past, are literally on Blood Furnace way back in the day. So cool to see. And we're doing Black Fathom Deeps, one of my favorite personal dungeons. One of my favorite personal dungeons because I get to fight a Hydra at the end. Like, how sick is that, dude? Yeah, here's me rocking the house as a paladin in that old trap room that we all know about. Look at this. Here's me trying to control everything, and everybody's like, oh, okay, we need to do something like now. Oh gosh. Dude, just back in the day. I was still in high school when I recorded those videos, y'all. Like, and I think this is just cool for me to see, because it's like it's such a blast from the past, but it shows me how far I've come in terms of my own individual ability as a player and as a tank and everything. It doesn't get more older than, I mean, it can get older than that, but I'm so happy that those videos are basically archived and just able for me to go back and reference. I was also on Ventrilo, so I mean, I won't play the audio for those, but back in the day, teenager, young adult, and of course, I gotta die at least once. That's just tradition. It's just tradition. So I do gotta ask family, Void Fam, how did y'all enjoy this series? I tried to narrow it down. It was definitely a little bit of a different formula. I mean, I typically do hour-long style videos. That's kind of the norm. However, I really wanted to just kick it back a little bit, and I wanted to make each video more viewer-friendly, if that makes sense, take it from an hour to cut it down to trim it down to about 30 minutes, keep the main pivotal points in, still keep the series of events relevant, make it to where you're not missing out. Like if I cut a portion out of the grind, the let's level for that character out, you're not missing much. It's just repetition and the reason I'm doing that, or the reason I wanted to test this style, was because I wanted to do something a little bit different. Two, especially for the Death Knight series. Two, I really wanted to make it just friendly, like just you guys can watch these and it's a little bit more easier to digest versus hour-long style videos. Don't get me wrong, I love doing hour-long videos. I love doing hour and a half. 2 hours might be a little much, but I love doing them. It's just that I feel like it's not that it's not worth it. It's just that it takes me a lot longer to do. 30 to 45 minutes, maybe even pushing 50. I mean, at that point, you may as well go for the hour. But yeah, give or take, the range about 30, 45 minutes, I think is good. I think it's a good little middle ground between not overwhelming myself and at the same time still keeping each episode relevant to the previous, and still being able to improve on each episode as the series progressed. So do let me know what y'all liked about it. If you didn't like it, please let me know as well. Constructive feedback I'm all about. It helps me improve every single element of every character's let's level grind and journey. I'm really trying my best to kind of make it to where each character is the next character is better than the previous in one way, shape, or form. It may not be the most exciting in terms of level grind and everything, but I really try to diversify what I do, because with this style, with this project, there's going to be a lot of overlap. There's going to be overlap in areas, which areas you grind, which zones you go to. There's going to be that time where it's going to be like y'all would have seen the same thing twice. So I'm really trying my best to kind of avoid it or avoid that and make it interesting and make it to where it's like, cool, we're going to a different zone this time. Something different, mix it up, have fun with it. And I think I definitely did that with Death Knight, because going to Northrend, the only thing I have that I really, really kick myself in the butt for is I was not able to get a Wrath dungeon. Believe me, Void fam, I tried on Eastern Standard Time frame, peak hours. I tried on different weekends and days that I was able to. Y'all, it just wasn't working. Nobody does, or at least for me, I may just have horrible luck, but that's the one key piece that I think was missing from this series, and I do apologize. So we pretty much subsidized that with a bunch of time walking, which is still good. Time walking, honestly, is a lot more convenient, but it's also more not meta. It's just more, how do you say? It's more not streamlined. That's not the term either that I'm trying to think of. It's just more natural. Like, it just, for a level progression series, it's better to just go time walking. But I tested doing a classic dungeon. Like I said, let's just do specific, dungeons in the classic era. And I was getting groups easily. It's just Wrath that I wasn't getting anything, and it kind of surprised me a little bit. I figured a lot of people would want to do it, or want to do Wrath of the Lich King, but either way, we still got through it, and we're still here, and that's ultimately what matters. Icecrown Citadel is starting to remind me of Resident Evil 1 in a lot of ways. Like, it's starting to remind me of when we go to the underground lab, and I'm talking like Resident Evil 1, the original, like going, heck, you can even say the director's cut, DualShock version. Shots to all my 90s kids, my fellow 90s brothers and sisters. Good times, y'all. Gosh, we were spoiled. But, family, if you're all enjoying the content, do consider tossing the video a like, comment for constructive feedback, subscribing only if I've earned your trust. Y'all have been amazing. And shoutouts to the Void fam, Undead Adam, Americani, Joel, Rose, Ezekiel, Nakvi. Shoutouts to all of y'all. It's seriously been such a blessing, such a tremendous blessing for me to continue to do this series, for me to continue to do a lot of this. Each video is interesting. Like, each video for me takes a lot of time to craft, and I'm sure y'all have heard other creators mention the same thing. Videos do take time. They take a lot of time, and between this passion project slash hobby, full-time career, first response, full-time college student, and above all of those things, full-time father and husband, because I'm a father before I am anything else. And doing all of this has been a blessing to me. It's really, really helped me out. Thank y'all so much for your continued support. Void Fam's over 100 now. We continue to 200, and that's the main goal. So only if I've earned that trust. Do not hit subscribe if I have not earned your trust. I will work hard to make sure that I do at some point. And if I haven't touched on your favorite class yet, don't worry, it's coming. We're hitting every single class. By the way, YouTube came out with an interesting feature. I think it's called the hype button. I don't know if any of these videos are going to have them, to be quite frank. It's just something new, but I guess if y'all see the hype button feature, go ahead. Let's go ahead and test that out. Because honestly, I have not a single idea what it's really. I got a brief summarization of what it is, and it's kind of like, okay, that's cool. But yeah. Please, if you do see the hype button, maybe consider hitting that, and let's just see what it does. I don't know. That'll actually help me. It may or may not. Oh my goodness. I think I was supposed to protect those guys. I think I might have learned a valuable lesson here. Whoops. So I've also been watching a whole bunch of other different WoW creators and such, and I've actually it's been fun because I've been able to slowly introduce my son to World of Warcraft. I don't know if he's gonna like World of Warcraft at some point when he comes of age and I'm able to actually get him his own little gaming computer and everything. Oh, dude, I look forward to those days. That will be fun. There was a series on YouTube where it was the father and son playing WoW and going through like the episode I tuned into is them going through Ungoro Crater, and it was just a blast to see. Like that's the moments as a parent that we live for, we work for. Like those, it just makes everything that we do worth it. But it was such a beautiful moment to kind of see that type of stuff. But right now I know he's kind of into Minecraft and everything, and I remember when Minecraft first came out, so I'm really really interested to see how, especially with the neurodivergency, I'm really interested to see just how creative he can be. I want to make sure his imagination, it just blossoms. Like, here's some Legos, build what you want, show me what you can do, buddy. And it's been beautiful to see. Gosh, they grow up super, super fast, y'all. I think I made a wrong turn. I thought it was in Icecrown Citadel, and this place is starting to look more and more like Castlevania Symphony of the Night. Who is this femme fatale? Who is this gal? Dude, she's got sick vampire. Okay, so she's clearly like a vampire and whatnot. Dude, that's a heck of a cool entrance. Wow, you see that blood orb dropping down? Wow, what an entrance. What a entrance to a boss fight. That is slick. I didn't realize it at first, but I didn't, that completely went over my head at first. Wow. Subtlety. There is beauty and subtlety, and that was subtle. But the level of attention to detail, y'all, let me tell you, that was awesome. I guess I gotta go up the stairs now to go meet her, but That was incredible. Honestly, that was my favorite entrance for a World of Warcraft boss, in my humble opinion. It was just, the orb was slowly, I can't believe I didn't see it at first, so I guess I was just going over my head. But like, it was just, the blood orb was just going down, and then it revives the guys that we already had slaughtered way back in like episode 3, I want to say. Gosh, that's cool. That's cool. Dude, little things like that, little things, little details make that, it's just, wow. Look at the freaking robes. Look at the little drapes and everything. Beautiful. This is a sick little room here you got, little lady. Blood Queen, I cannot say that name. Let's go ahead and take a picture for the gram. All right, lady, you gotta go. Is she a blood elf?
You have made an unwise.
Yeah, she's totally a blood elf. Well, she was. So obviously in retail, these fights aren't as epic as they could be, but I don't know. Her introduction was really, really cool. I can imagine what she was back in the day.
So, the light's vaunted justice has finally arrived. Shall I lay down Frostborn and throw myself at your mercy, Fordring?
We'll grant you a swift death, Arthas. More than can be said for the thousands you've tortured and slain.
You'll learn of that firsthand. When my work is complete, you will beg for mercy, and I will deny you. Your anguished cries will be testament to my unbridled power.
So be it. Champions!
This is gonna seem a little anticlimactic, I'm sure, but this, back in the day, was one of the hardest, if not the hardest, fight in any MMO outside of Final Fantasy XI, Absolute Virtue, and Pandemonium Warden, for those of you that may remember those. This was the hardest fight in MMO. I'd argue it was probably one of the hardest in MMO history, easily top 5. Seeing the old school videos of the Lich King fight and comparing it now is crazy to see. So obviously, I'm definitely a little anticlimactic here, considering, again, this is retail. We weren't expecting a fight, but lore-wise, we still get the same effect. Poor Bolivar, look at him hanging over there. He's just hanging. It's like watching in the distance, like, guys, get me down from here, please. I've suffered enough. I keep whacking Arthas. Arthas, this is for not getting us McDonald's back in episode 1. You promised it when you revived me, and you never did. Goofball. I'll take a very nice good burger. A good burger sounds super, super radical. Gosh, I just can imagine all the guilds that made it up to this point and made the fight, made it all the way there, all the way up to this moment, and got to make it all the way. It must have been such an experience for them. It must have been such a beautiful moment. The culmination of all the years of hard work, struggling, getting everybody together, having to go and gather the 40-man raids and then the 25-man raids, and then it's non-stop. The dedication of players makes an MMO. Go, boy! Yeah, it still looks good.
more lives
Gosh, look at
consumed
that.
by your hatred.
Free at last. It is
And now, family, all we do is get to kick back and watch the fireworks, or the soulstorm, whichever you prefer.
rise up, champions of the light.
Father, is it over?
At long last. No king rules forever, my son.
I see. Only darkness before me.
Without its master's command, the restless scourge will become an even greater threat to this world. Control must be maintained. There must always be a Lich King.
The weight of such a burden. It must be mine, for there is no other.
Tyrion! You hold a grim destiny in your hands, brother. But it is not your own.
Bolvar! By all that is holy.
The dragon's flame sealed my fate. The world of the living can no longer comfort me. Place the crown upon my head, Tyrion. Forevermore, I will be the jailer of the damned.
No, old friend. I cannot.
Do it, Tyrion! You and these brave heroes have your own destinies to fulfill. This last act of service is mine.
You will not be forgotten, brother.
I must be forgotten, Tyrion. If the world is to live free from the tyranny of fear, they must never know what was done here today. Tell them only that the Lich King is dead, and that Bolvar Dragon died with him. Now, go. Leave this place, and never return.
A beautiful ending to a beautiful journey. No, we may not have gotten invincible, and to be quite honest, invincible is not really the end goal to me. I'll probably grind for invincible in my off time, just for the sake of it. But I'm pretty happy with the Death Charger from Rivendare. I know many of you definitely, gosh, if you have invincible, tell me how long did you grind for it? Because I've heard the drop rate is abysmal. Like, abysmal. Holy crow, look at all this space that just filled up. My gosh. All the different currencies in WoW confuse me. It seems like every expansion you have this new currency and this new reputation to grind. That's one thing that I would like to see changed and just more simplified, you know? I would totally like to see it, like, some things just, the system just be simplified. But these weapons look beautiful. They look sick. Gosh, look at that. Look at that crossbow. It looks okay. The axe looks good. But y'all, that'll do it. This concludes Jovi Quinn's leveling campaign. It has been such an honor and privilege for myself to experience Death Knight in its entirety. It's a class that you gotta play. I say this about every class, but you gotta play it. Play it once. Give it that chance. Especially if you're a Paladin main. I'm gonna get a pick with Bolivar. I know he sat there and said, y'all just leave me alone. I'd be in my slumber and all that, but take a pick for the gram. I think he won't mind. He's probably smiling in the block of ice anyway. The shout outs to all the Death Knight family out there, Death Knight mains. Y'all are amazing. Shout outs to the Void fam. You all have been incredible. Thank you for tagging along for this journey. It's been such a wonderful experience for me. Go back and relive an expansion that I didn't get to fully complete. I got to see it, but I didn't get to experience it. Now that I've literally a decade later, here I am getting to experience it once more. It's been beautiful. It's been fun. Super fun. Jovi Quinn, congratulations, girl. Your journey. Daughter of Chaos, another one down. It's off to the next one. Number 6. Number 6 is right around the corner, family. So that'll be another fun one. But thank you all so much for tuning in. Shukran as always. Salam alaikum. Peace be upon everyone here. Thank you all so much. I will catch you all in the next character's leveling campaign. Please have a wonderful week. Be safe. And I'll catch y'all soon. Never say goodbye. Always say see you later. Take care, everyone. Take care.